Chicago and the Philippines. A comprehensive review of the week's special community events, featuring many exciting personalities, handled by the most professional Chicago Philippine Reports TV staff.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Chicago Philippine Reports TV, still the #1 Filipino show in the Midwest. I'm Girly Pascual. Welcome to our show. Today we have all the top stories from the Philippines. We also have what's happening in our own Filipino-American community of Chicago. We have interesting interviews led by our very own executive producer, Miss Veronica Layton. We have Bridget Cotero Carino. All these are coming up and more afterward from our sponsors. Please stay with us.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Ang nangyari sa Senado ngayong hapon ay naaayon sa batas at rule of law. Kinikilala at nirerespeto ng palasyo ang desisyon ng bagong mayorya at ang liderato ni Acting Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian.
For Malacanang, the change in Senate leadership followed the rule of law and expressed support for the new majority. President Marcos Jr. had been critical of developments at the Senate, including the May 13 gunfire incident, which he described as fake. Before the surprise shift in the Senate's power dynamics, the President made his appeal to senators.
Get back to work. Get back to work because it's important. Ang dami natin kailangan gawin.
He said there are many laws that still need to be enacted or amended. He also cited the request for a supplemental budget to help Filipinos as the oil crisis bites.
Kung walang session, hindi ko nga maintindihan dahil ang pagkaintindi ko is that ang rules, ng congressman naman ako, nagsenador din ako. Ang rules dyan, bago ka mag-cancel ng session, you have to inform the other house 3 days before you cancel a session. And there has to be a very good reason for canceling a session.
For the President, there is no sufficient reason to cancel a Senate session.
I don't think na ihakatid mo ang isang senador para pumunta kung saan siya pupunta. Hindi yata sapat na dahilan yan para i-cancel ang isang session. Isang session lang yun. Ngayon, kanselado na naman ang isang session. Hindi ko nga maintindihan kung paano sila magtatrabaho kung ganito.
The President, who also served as a senator until the 16th Congress, said he is concerned with the direction of the upper chamber. He also slammed senators who refused to show up in session. Among them, his sister, Senator Amy Marcos.
We are trying to achieve some form of stability so that people can get on with their lives, so that people can plan ahead for their future, so that people can count on the assistance of government during this time of an emergency. And we cannot do that if the legislature decides to stay at home and have a vacation. That is anathema to everything that governance is about.
The fallout from the political turmoil at the Senate has been far-reaching, affecting the economy and even the country's security sector. Defense Secretary Gilberto Chodoro Jr. says the lack of Senate sessions has already affected the status of the Visiting Forces Agreements or SOVA with Canada and New Zealand. He appealed to the Senate to quickly act on these agreements so that expanded defense cooperation between the two countries and the Philippines can move forward.
Na depensa na namin sa committee ang dalawang SOVA na pending conference by the Senate, no? Sa ratification ni Presidente, apila na para na lang sa smooth running of the armed forces of the Philippines at para sa engagements natin na tuloy-tuloy at mabilis, sana naman matugunan ng Senado ang mga pangangailangan na ito na hindi dapat pabayaan.
It remains to be seen if the change in Senate leadership will kickstart the legislative mill or it will be bogged down by possible legal challenges to the new majority.
Yan! Dito na! Perfect!
Imagine this is your money and someone wants to take it from you. Who is it? The IRS. Guess what? They want your money and they can take it, all of it if they want. Remember, they sent you that letter right over here that said, hey, you owe us a bunch of cash and we're going to take it from you right now. So what do? You fight back by letting our team of experts work it out with the IRS so you can keep your money. And hey, we're good at what we do. When you hire us, you get a team of guys on your side that know the IRS laws, and we'll fight really hard to save your money. So, if you owe the IRS a ton of cash and you want to keep it, call right now and learn for free how we can help you put it back in your pocket. 5 minutes of your time right now can save you thousands of dollars. And the best part, it's a free call, so please call right now. In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. And the money you do have in the stock market will go down and down and down. It's happened during every economic cycle, and it will happen again. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Gold and silver have never been worth zero, and typically gold holds its value and sometimes grows during economic turmoil. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. And learn how to set up a new IRA or roll over your current one into a gold-backed IRA. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
Via Times, vital news, vibrant views for the Filipino Asian communities in Chicago. Via Times for your most interesting and exciting reading and your party coverages. Via Times has very interesting columnists. You name it, Via Times has it. Law, Filipino news, dentistry, immigration, humor, serious opinions, health, beauty, mysticism, Bata Corner, showbiz, and intelligently written editorials. Call Via Times at 773-866-0811.
Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat and welcome to Veronica's portion of this show. Today, I have a very interesting person. He is a doctor of medicine, and his name is Dr. Yu Pavaro. And Dr. Yu Pavaro is a vein doctor or vascular, isn't it? It is the other name for vein, vascular.
Correct.
But for vascular medicine, right, doctor?
That is correct.
Welcome to our show.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we're going to be talking about your expertise and also the Metro Vein Clinic. The Metro Vein Clinic is that your clinic? You own that clinic?
Yeah, I'm the regional medical director for Metro Vein Centers. So I oversee all of the clinics in the Midwest. So we have multiple locations across this country. We actually started in Michigan, and we then branched out. And when I started 14 years ago, we only had 3 clinics. And now we've expanded to Chicago being our 70th clinic. So we've really expanded across the country, and we're in multiple states now.
Okay, so you're opening how many branches here in Chicago?
Well, we just opened our first clinic here in Chicago yesterday was our first day. And
Yesterday.
yeah, yesterday was our first day, and it was a great opening. We had about 20 patients who came through our doors the first day, which is excellent. And then and we plan to expand more on that. So we have one clinic that we started here in Chicago, and our plan is to at the end of June open our second clinic. It'll be on the west side of the city, and then our plan is to open 4 other locations by the end of the year. So we will service the whole metropolitan Chicago area.
Okay, vein clinic. Okay, I'm not quite familiar with vein clinics. I've seen around here in Chicago pain clinics, not vein clinics. Okay.
Right.
Well, first thing, can you please give us your background about?
Yeah, sure. I primarily I started off out of in medical school and residency. After that, I practiced internal medicine for 7 years before I decided to change my career path. So I decided to study veins because it was always an interest for me when I was practicing, outside of vein surgery. And so I had been doing that for 7 years, and then I decided to change my career path because I wanted to help people. And I think by doing vein surgery, I can really help people out because a lot of my patients come in with a pain in their legs. They're swollen. They're developing. They have a trouble walking. And so what I do is I come up with a plan to help them with those symptoms and improve their quality of life because that's what ails a lot of people as we age. A lot of those ailments that we get, the pain in the legs, difficulty walking, all of those things really start to hit our older folks. So my goal is to help those patients improve those symptoms and improve their quality of life. I have people who've come through my doors and they've required walkers, wheelchairs, difficulty walking and so forth. So I treat them, and 6 months down the road, they don't need those things anymore. So stories like that inspired me to do vein surgery, and that's why I'm set. I wanted to expand, across the country to really extend what we do to all populations across the country.
Is there a big percentage of the population who are suffering from vein problems in this
I'm
country?
sorry, I didn't hear that first part.
Is there a big number of population here in the U.S.
Yes.
that's suffering from the vein problems?
Yes, they say in the literature that about 20 to 30% of older adults have vein issues. I think it's underrepresented. The reason why I say that is I get a lot of patients who report that they have pain in their knees. They go to orthopedics. They go to their primary care over and over again. We're reporting these problems, and I think underlying vein problems go undiagnosed for a lot of people. Usually, I'm like the fifth doctor in line before they get to me because they've gone to all these other people, and they don't know where to go. They hear our ads, they hear our they come across us online, and they like, wait, those are my symptoms, So I then get patients that way because they've reached their wits' end. They can't find somebody that will help them, and so that's how they end up in my clinic often. So my goal too in being here is to educate the not only the patients but also the physicians in the area, because often they don't recognize that these people have a problem. For example, if you have leg swelling, a lot of people go to their primary care doctor, they have leg swelling. So they give them a water pill. And so when the underlying problem is a vein problem, the water pills are not going to help. They just make you go to the bathroom all the time, and you really don't get to the root of the problem. We get to the root of the problem. We get this problem solved. And a lot of times, once the veins are treated, the swelling comes down, the patients feel better, and they don't need those water pills anymore.
What particular parts of the body do we get the vein problem from?
Yeah, so there are a lot of different
Which
reasons.
part of our body? The legs, the feet, the hands, or
Right. Veins,
maybe all
vein
over?
problems tend to show up more in the legs more than anywhere else. So what ends up happening is we have these valves inside our veins, and they open and close like this to help push the blood out of our legs. What ends up happening as we age naturally, just like we get wrinkles when we age, same thing happens with our valves. They just wear out with time. So instead of meeting in the middle like this, they get weak and start flopping. So what ends up happening is blood comes down through the arteries, okay, but then going back through the veins is very slow because those valves are no longer helping to push the blood out. So when you're on your feet for a long period of time, or the alternative, if you sit for a long period of time, gravity holds everything down. These veins then begin to stretch out and hold blood rather than move it along. And so when that happens, these veins, when they enlarge, they start to push on the muscles and nerves in those areas, and that can cause pain. Also, as the veins enlarge, the pressure builds up so much, they pop open all these branches that you begin to see on the surface. So a lot of people, you might see spider veins, those purplish veins that show up on the skin surface, or you may have these veins that bulge. You see people with these big ropey veins that show up on the surface. Those are all signs of having underlying vein problems in the legs that need to be looked at and treated, especially if you have symptoms along with it.
So varicose veins and spider veins are a couple of very common problems with our population. That's the special kind of patients that you get in your clinic, right? The ones with spider vein problem and varicose veins.
Correct. Yes, we do see a lot of those patients. So basically, this is more than just a cosmetic thing. So a lot of people, yeah, they may have some spider veins here and there, but they may not have any symptoms. But if you start getting swelling or pain in the legs, leg cramps at night, restless legs. A lot of people have restless legs where they can't find a comfortable position, and or their legs shake when they sit and things like that. Those are often signs of veins that need treatment. Okay, and so when the veins are enlarged to the point where you're seeing varicose veins and they're causing symptoms, that's the time to come in and see me. I'll take a look at with an ultrasound and determine, is there an underlying vein problem that needs treatment? And so I think that's so a lot of people may not know the signs and symptoms of that. They may think it's a normal part of aging. It's arthritis, all of those things. But if they have those symptoms along with the spider veins, the varicose veins, they should come in and take a look with us, and that way we can determine, is this a vein problem or not?
Right, very good. Here in Chicago, where can our people find the Metro Vein Clinic? Where did you open up? Which
Yeah, so
part of
we
Chicago?
are in the Rivertown area, so we're right close to Northwestern University. If you know where Gino's East Pizza is, we're a street over from that. We're right in the heart of downtown in the Magnificent Mile. So if you are down this way or live close to this way or have an easy commute down to here, we'll be happy to take a look at you. And again, we're going to be expanding out to, a lot of the suburban areas as well. So we'll be able to hit a lot of the population throughout the city. Our location is 150 East Huron Street down here in Chicago.
Okay. Is there a particular group of people that are that get affected by serious vein problems? Was it for more popular in the older group, the seniors group, or the younger group?
Well, I'd say, like I was saying before, we all get it to some extent as we age, whether we like it or not. So age plays a role. However, there are other reasons why people get vein problems. So, for example, if it runs in your family, that's a big one. So if your mother, brother, sisters, if they had vein problems, there's a high likelihood that you would get it too. Because your genes are similar. And then, at that place, so age and then gender, women get it more than men, primarily because of hormonal reasons. The high estrogen levels for women can sometimes put you at risk for getting varicose veins. And then pregnancy. So those have had multiple pregnancies, more than just one. Those tend to be a higher risk for developing vein problems as well. One, because the baby, when they have children, the baby rests on the veins as they return back up to the core here. So if the baby is resting on it, it puts pressure on the veins, and then that causes the veins to enlarge. And also because of the hormonal differences experienced in pregnancy. And then being on your feet a lot. So I see a lot of people who are on their feet. So hairdressers, teachers, doctors, nurses, a lot of those people who are on their feet a lot and don't, there should be a balance between sitting and standing. And so if you're on your feet a lot during the day, it puts you at risk for that. So I see a lot of factory workers as well for that reason. And then if you sit a long time, so people who have desk jobs, they sit behind a desk for hours and hours at a time. Those are the people that get varicose veins as well. And then people who travel a lot. So people who have to travel, across the country several times a month or year, those patients, those are some of the patients that we see as well.
All right, very good. Well, thank you. Thank you for gracing our show today and
Thank you so much for inviting me.
and enlightening us about some issues with our veins. And all right, very good. Well, one short advice for the vein health problem or treatment that we have to know about.
Well, what I want to emphasize, a lot of people don't know what vein treatment is. Vein treatment is really minimally invasive. You come in, get your procedure done, and go about your day. There's no downtime with any of our procedures. So you come in, get your procedure done. So we evaluate you and determine what vein treatment is best for your situation. Different veins require different treatments. So we have 7 different vein treatments that we do here. And we choose what's best based on your particular anatomy because it's different from person to person. So we tailor the vein treatment towards that particular patient. and make it easy for that patient as well. So we want to do what's best for you and what's best for your overall health. We want to make it easy. So I have people who come on their lunch breaks from work, get the procedure done, and go back to work. It's not going to eat up too much of your time, and you'll go right back to your normal routine, which is very important for a lot of people. And as far as pain is concerned, you might feel like a little bruise if you touch the area that was treated, but it shouldn't bother you where you can't do your normal routine, which is very important for people as well.
Great. Thank you very much, Pabaro, for gracing our show today. At maraming salamat. That's thank you very much in our language. And maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye now.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
Do you need to get your hands on some extra money right now? Maybe $25,000 or more? If you're a homeowner, now is a perfect time to get cash out. While homes in many neighborhoods like yours have gone up in value, you can use the money for anything. It's yours. You can buy an investment property, pay for college, pay off higher interest debt, or make home improvements. A cash out refinance is the perfect solution to get the cash you need. If you need $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000, now's the time. Home values are up, and so is your equity. We offer you a way to use it. No need to sell your home or use your savings. Call New American Funding now and speak to a cash out refi specialist and see how much cash out you can get.
Call New American Funding at 855-332-3929. That's 855-332-3929. Call 855-332-3929.
This is a prayer and a reminder. All we have is now. Anak, umuwi ka na.
Worldwide this morning, growing concern over a growing health crisis.
The World Health Organization has just declared that this is a pandemic.
Hi. I can't hug you. Don't touch me.
Over the last several days, we have seen peaceful demonstrations.
Protests over police brutality continued here in Austin.
Remember when you started going to college? You came home a liberal?
Dad, please.
That's what we do to you guys in school.
All these people that we never met and never will meet because of what had happened to them. It's just too much.
The way that our family communicates is not necessarily, it's not great.
What advice would you give for those of us that are struggling?
Deal with it.
I think the norm for our communities has been to just stay silent and keep to your own business.
I could definitely be doing more than I'm doing right now, and I know that others can as well.
What if someone is called from God to be an activist?
I can answer that question.
Shouting revolution, oh wow, breaking each tradition.
You don't believe in the Black Lives Matter movement?
An advocacy group reporting at least 3,800 anti-Asian hate incidents since last March.
I'm kind of conflicted. I'm like, maybe I should move home and be here with them.
I hope that this moment makes you take a step forward and a step together in the right direction.
In order for a subject to not be taboo in our community, there always has to be someone to start that conversation.
Yeah. You speak up for me when I can't speak up for myself. And I've seen you do that for other people.
I see a lot of people who just kind of cut off friends and family, and I don't think I can do that. I love my parents. This is a symbol of our voices. If you look at your neighbors around you, you will see who stands with you, who stands for you.
At least I know that you can stand up. That's the thing I'm so happy about.
fun in the Philippines.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat and welcome to Veronica's segment of this show. Today, we have two very interesting guys and one is really very familiar to many of us. His name is Mr. Jerry Clarito. And Mr. Jerry Clarito is the current president of the Filipino American Council of Greater Chicago. Now many of you know him, and this other guy is Mr. Michael Del Valle. He's an artist, and we'll be talking about his current work and that he did to our community. All right, very good. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Veronica. Thanks for the opportunity.
Michael and Jerry. Okay. All right. I invited you guys today to talk about a very beautiful project, which is a mural that will be opening and unveiling on May 13th, I think.
June 13th.
Yes. June 13th. On
Yes.
June 13th. I'm sorry. I'm still in May because it was my birthday month. and so this is a very exciting for many of us. All right. The artist, Mr. Michael Del Valle, and the president of the Filipino American Council of Greater Chicago, Mr. Jerry Clarito. Welcome to our show. Okay, first thing, Jerry, can you please tell our viewing audience about this mural project?
Okay, so the mural project started last year. So SINAG, the visual artist, Filipino-American artist group, through Larry Leopoldo, was able to get a grant for a mural. Correct me if I'm wrong, Michael.
Yeah, that is correct.
So SINAG approached Rizal Center if they can actually use the eastern side, the east side of the building, right, for their mural project. And the board thought that it would be a wonderful project. And then they presented their idea of what to paint some mural. And so we had a long conversation. There was a sort of a draft, and the SINAG people, the SINAG artists, thought that it should represent the skyline of Chicago, and then some of the symbols of the Philippines, which includes the symbols which include the jeepney, and then I think the image of Jose Rizal.
Yes.
Something like that, right? And then of course there's a lot of discussion, and we thought that the better mural should be representing actually the historical contribution of Filipinos in Chicago, right? Because there's no other place where you can actually see, at least in visual art, contribution of the Filipino Americans, specifically here in Chicago. This is specifically Chicago history, not the Filipino American history nationwide. So I think that's where we had some sort of a long conversation, and then the SINAG artists they changed their draft, and then Michael came up with something like this, which is behind him, That's the mural, and from there, the board had a unanimous decision that it's better to present the historical contribution of the Filipinos. So we were so excited because the funding will be coming from a foundation, and we don't have to actually shell out anything. And then the artist will be given a chance to actually express their own talents. And it's a win-win situation. I would say it's a win-win situation. There is a Filipino-American visual artist group, and they need some visibility too. And then Rizal Center has been there for almost half of a century, and it's not saying something about our community. So we thought those two ideas can actually be put together, and the community will actually benefit from it. The Rizal Center will benefit from it. The visual artists will benefit from it, and the whole community will be actually looking at the mural, saying, so this is the Filipino-American story, right? This is the building where most of the activities in the last 50 years have been happening. There are visual artists who are really talented, and we can actually say that the mural is part of Filipino-American artist and community contribution to the mural art of Chicago. As you know, Chicago is very, very popular in presenting murals in different areas of the city. I guess it's too long. Maybe Michael can shorten it.
It's okay, Jerry. You can explain more, and so our viewers can have an understanding of what's this all about. But that was beautiful, and the mural is beautiful. I like it. I really like it. The flags, the kids, the elders, the professionals are really depict the our community. Okay, Michael.
Yes, I think yes. Thank you again for the opportunity to talk about the mural, and then also thank you to Tito Jerry too. It was a great collaboration, among the Sinong artists, and to work with the board from Rizal Center. It's like Tito Jerry said, it was a long process, and we came up with a lot of ideas in the beginning, a lot of iterations of what we thought the mural would be. And we met quite a bit with the board, getting their feedback, and we also even had a town hall meeting too, to talk more about the mural and what it would look like, and getting kind of like the neighborhood's feedback on it too. And so we're really excited with the results that we did last fall, and I know that the community is also very excited. I spent time walking around a couple of weeks, passing out flyers about the dedications, and people are excited about the dedication. They said, "Oh yeah, I seen that mural at the community center," and now they're excited to see to come there and see the dedication and learn more about the community center, which is our goal, is to you know with artwork, with that as kind of like a beacon, kind of like the hook, to bring the community center, to bring the community in, to be aware about our community center and learn more about our Filipino heritage, and our history, especially in that area. A place that I grew up going to before, and then it took me a while back to come back, and I feel like it's, for me personally, coming back full circle to be part of Rizal Center again.
All right, great. And there were about 14.
I believe there was about 14 artists that came together. We started off um, as a small group, talking about what the design would look like, and then we had other volunteers that came up as I was painting it and putting it together. Other volunteers came to help out with the artwork to help me finish the mural itself. So it was like a month-long project to actually get the mural done.
All right, great. Would you like to mention the names of the other artists, Filipino American artists?
Yeah.
Is-
There's I could bring it up.
You don't have to if you don't remember. But maybe we can mention it in the Bio Times.
Well, I know that that's the one thing I want to make sure that I do in part of the highlight that we're gonna be doing at the dedication is to highlight those artists to help us with the work. So that I want to make sure that's done, and like I said, this is a really great team effort among the young artists and also the board members from Rizal Center
And the community.
and the community itself too. Yes.
Yeah. So if I may add, so I forgot to mention that one. Veronica, what we have respected here is the process. The process, that's the reason why it took long, is because we would like to hear the voices of our community people, right? Of the community members. And that we had a town hall meeting to get their input. So this is a process where the artists, the board, and the community participated to come up with this concept. I just would like to highlight that, and thank you, Michael, for bringing that up.
Very good. It's a very good teamwork. The community is involved. All right. Okay. So at the what is in the offing real the upcoming mural opening will be on May 15. Would you like to invite our viewing audience, Jerry, to attend?
Yeah, so it's June 13th. June 13th, not May. I know you are fixated to your birthday. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I will invite from the perspective of the Rizal Center, and then Michael will invite our viewers from the perspective of the artists. From our perspective, it's all about getting the story of the Filipino American contribution in Chicago out there, right? So what we have been informed that that Mike Quigley, the U.S. representative for the 5th District, which the Rizal Center is located, will also be joining us, right? And then the Filipino-American alderwoman will also be joining, right? We invited other elected officials. We really would like to make sure that the elected officials will be able to echo our stories. And I think the whole idea there is we've been here in the U.S. in Chicago for quite a while. So we need more visibility about our contribution. If I will jump into the story behind the mural, you will really see what we highlighted, right? And you know this, Veronica, since you also were involved, you were also involved in the advocacy for the passage of the equity bill for our World War II veterans, right? And you also help us. You also help us advocate for the passage of the Illinois Domestic Workers Bill of Rights. Those are two important historical contribution of our community. And then the other characters in the mural, they really represent Chicago. If you will see on the rightmost part of the mural, are the character represents the early Filipino porters who work at the Pullman Company. And that's very, very important. Meaning, even in the 1930s or early 1900s, Filipinos were already involved in uplifting workers' rights. So I would like to invite the community and the viewers to come out and really have a conversation on our history, on our contribution. So this is a start. It, as we say it, it's a point of initiating conversation, but deep conversation, meaningful conversation. It's about people. It's about us. So I invite the community, your viewers, to come out. It's a big celebration because this is again a first time in our community to have a representation of our story as people here, as Filipino Americans here in Chicago. So I gave you 2 points. Elected officials will be coming, right? Number two, the Philippine consulate will also send a representative, right? And then we have some sponsors who will be coming up too. So that's from our perspective. The Rizal Center has been there for quite a while, and the board is solid in supporting this kind of efforts. That really, these are things that we should actually highlight in everything that we do. We don't want to forget contributions of our pioneers, and we want the children, the young children, and the new generation to see that there's a story worth telling. So that's the message from the Rizal Center.
Great. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
This is really a very beautiful project and so historical. And yeah, mga kababayan, pumunta po tayo sa June 13, 2026 sa Rizal Center. Okay.
It's I think
Alright.
Michael can give you the details too. It's an hour. How many hours, Michael?
So the details, it starts from 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock afternoon. The dedication actually starts at 12:30 to 2:30. Not only are we going to be celebrating the mural, but we also be highlighting artists too. So they're going to be an art show going on at the same time. But it's also, since this is that weekend, is also we're celebrating Philippine Independence Day, which is on June 12th. We're also gonna have a little exhibit within Rizal Center that talks about Rizal Center, to give the opportunity for the community to know more about who Jose Rizal is. So hopefully they will come out and see that, and also just learn more about the community center and about Jose Rizal.
All right, great. Maraming salamat. At I think we're running out of time. I wish you guys could stay longer, but there will be a follow-up. Maraming salamat at mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Maraming salamat, Michael and Jerry. I will see you later. And maraming salamat din po sa inyong panonood. Ako po si Veronica. Have an enjoyable weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
We would like to welcome all of you to Baladna Jewelry. We have a very big selection of 21 karat gold jewelry imported from the Middle East, from Dubai, Saudi, and Bahrain. And we have a very big selection of diamond. We offer free financing for 6 months, and we have a layaway system which you can leave your stuff for 3 months. We repair gold and we buy old gold. Welcome to Baladna Jewelry.
Salamat po.
Good afternoon. This is Bridget Carino-Quecher bringing you this week's local news from our community. Sweeping property tax foreclosure reforms pushed by Cook County Treasurer Maria Papas passed Saturday in the Illinois General Assembly and now head to the governor's desk. Once signed by Governor J.B. Pritzker, the reform package will be the most significant Illinois homeowner protection measure enacted in decades. House Bill 4537 will bring Illinois into compliance with the 2023 U.S. Supreme Court ruling in Tyler v. Hennepin. The court found that when governments foreclose on a property for unpaid taxes, any equity above the debt owed must be returned to the property owner. Each year, under current Illinois law, overdue taxes on homes, commercial properties, and vacant lots are sold to tax buyers. In return, the buyers receive a lien entitling them to take deed to the property and any equity the owner has in it, if the owner doesn't pay what's owed within 1 to 3 years. The Commission on Human Rights issued a notice to employees regarding the Cook County Minimum Wage Ordinance. Effective July 1st, 2026, the Cook County minimum wage will increase to $15.40 for non-tipped workers and $9.25 for tipped employees. The MWO sets the lowest amount an employer must legally pay their employees. Each year, the minimum wage increases according to a formula set by the ordinance. The MWO applies to hourly, salaried, and tipped employees over the age of 18 working in Cook County, even those who may be working within Cook County to make deliveries or driving within the county limits. Cook County's minimum wage is based on the greatest rate among the federal minimum wage, Illinois state minimum wage, or on the county's calculation using the Consumer Price Index, CPI. June is Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Month, when we raise awareness, provide resources, and offer support to those challenged with the symptoms of PTSD. Currently, 12 million people in the United States are diagnosed with PTSD. Veterans are more likely to experience PTSD, particularly those who have been deployed to a war zone or are struggling with their transition to civilian life. To protect our veterans, we must raise awareness and engagement in recovery. Everyone with PTSD, whether they are veterans or civilian survivors of sexual assault, serious accidents, natural disasters, or other traumatic events, needs to know that effective treatments can reduce symptoms and lead to a better quality of life. Did you know that in a recent survey of pet owners who had to evacuate their homes in a disaster, nearly half left at least one pet behind, and 83% of those pet owners reported living in a community that faces a natural disaster? These statistics from the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals show how important it is to include your pets in your evacuation plan, and the Illinois Emergency Management Agency and Office of Homeland Security has tips on how to do that. This is a good time to do that because June is National Pet Preparedness Month. For many Illinoisans, pets are part of the family, said IEMA OHS Director Theodore Berger. We encourage everyone to have a pet preparedness plan and be prepared for sheltering in place or evacuating with your pets. Illinois State Treasurer Michael Frerichs thanked members of the General Assembly for passing Senate Bill 2968 and expressed gratitude to Governor J.B. Pritzker's office for its collaboration in advancing legislation that expands investment opportunities for nonprofit organizations across Illinois. The legislation creates the Nonprofit Investment Pool, a safe and efficient investment option allowing eligible nonprofits to make the most of available funds while reducing administrative burdens. The measure is intended to help nonprofits strengthen their financial stability and maximize resources that support communities throughout the state. Nonprofits are on the front lines every day, helping families, strengthening neighborhoods, and meeting critical needs in communities across Illinois, Treasurer Frerichs said. At a time when federal funding cuts are creating uncertainty for many organizations, Illinois is stepping up. Bipartisan support in both chambers along with thoughtful input from the governor's office, helped make this legislation possible. The American Red Cross typically experiences a decline in blood donations during the summer due to vacations, activities, celebrations, and holidays. To help maintain the blood supply this summer, the American Red Cross invites eligible donors to roll up a sleeve during the Brookfield Zoo Chicago Summer Blood Drive on Wednesday, June 10th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. As a thank you, all pre-registered blood donors will receive free general zoo admission the day of the drive for one adult and up to 2 children, plus free parking in the Discovery Center parking lot, a special edition Red Cross t-shirt, and a $15 e-gift card to your choice of merchant plus automatic entry for a chance to win one of 2 $7,500 gift cards. Donated blood may be used to help accident victims, surgery patients, organ transplant patients, and those receiving treatment for leukemia, cancer, or sickle cell disease. There is no substitute for donated blood products. Each day, the Red Cross must collect more than 12,500 blood donations to meet the needs of patients at approximately 2,500 hospitals across the country. That's all for today. Thank you for watching our news this week. This is Bridget. See you next time.